First of all, congratulations on Shoulder Dance. It's a fascinating watch. I watched it last night and it really caught my attention. For you, what was it about this story that you wanted to be a part of it?
Yeah, thank you for saying that. It really is quite something. We're really happy with the film. And, Matt Dallas is such a wonderful actor, and he was attached when I was offered the role. So that drew me to the project already. And then the script is so incredible. Jay Arnold, the writer director, has just written the most real, funny, very edgy, and gets very crazy script that really, when you watch the film, I've watched it at a few festivals now with people, and you're just emotionally on the edge of your seat, because of the relationships between these characters and what's going to happen. It's quite delicious. So, yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer for me for sure.
For your character, along with the main character, they're the ones that go through the most change. The story arcs are amazing for them. Was there any obstacles in you know embodying that character and getting to those emotional points for him?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't believe that they trusted me with this character, to be honest, because I felt like it was very far away from me. But and I also learned so much in the process. He's just such a he's not what I was as a teenager, and he was everything I wanted to be now. So he there's a lot of reference to their lives as teenagers, and they've sort of reconnected now, all these years later. These two really really good friends. And I was never really very confident. I wasn't that kind of rambunctious, fully just like man's man who's just kind of in there like almost Jason Momoa style, who I absolutely adore, and just this with his sparkle in his eye, who's very comfortable in himself and with his sensuality, and he's kind of pretty fluid, and he's got this gorgeous girlfriend, and it was a super, super fun character because I felt like, he just has no filters. All the stops have just been completely pulled out. And so I just came to set every day, hot. I'd done all these exercises before I got there, like shouting, screaming, crying, just ready to rock and roll. And I just, stuck in there every day, and we just got dirty, and it was just so good. It was so much fun. It really flowed. And I just felt like I was, just channeling something, which is always the best place to be.
Definitely, and despite having such a complex storyline and so much depth to these characters, they're doing so much stuff that seems like it's just fun to play out, and the comfort level with your cast members must have you must have had to build that up. How do you build it up, and how fun was it to film some of these scenes?
It was so much fun. Thank you so much for that very astute question, because it was really like the fun of it all. It was getting to do these crazy things. I mean, and pretend to be in these crazy situations that are actually super fun in people's lives. And they're tantalizing, they're sexy, not giving out too much away, but, there's substances involved. And at first, luckily, we filmed it, somewhat linear in a linear fashion, which is not really, the norm. So that really helped us all with our relationships as well, obviously. But for me at first, it was just a lot of substitution, putting people in my life that light me up, that make me feel open and free, pretending, all these good little acting exercises where you picture someone's face, and then you picture the similarities, and you just go through or do all this work on your own, and then you get there and you just kind of let that all go. And we just became instantly close, all of us, because I think we knew that emotionally we had to go there. So I think you're even more open to that, because you just want to create that atmosphere. And the director Jay Arnold as well created such a wonderful, relaxed atmosphere. The set was just such a beautiful place to be. It was such a special place to be. It was just super fun, and we were all super tight. The DP, all the crew and the makeup people and the costume people. So it was a very safe environment, which really lent itself to the chemistry that you see on screen. And it was rare as well to see what we did, in the moment really transfers on to screen and is all in the movie, which sometimes that translation goes awry somewhere along the line, but they did such a great job at that.
Yeah, and your character seems so relaxed throughout the movie, and you say that this character is far from where you were as a teenager. What kind of discussions did you have with the director to get to that comfort level, to get to a point where he was satisfied with what you were doing with the character?
Well, it was that's a really good question. Again, um they didn't know that. They didn't know that I anything. So I just came super prepared and just gave my take on the character, and they just absolutely loved it. I just knew from the script. From the script, it was so clear who this person was and where he had to go, emotionally, and what he had to do. So it was all kind of laid out for me. I just had to make sure that I was bringing everything I could and then some to it, and putting my own stamp on it. And that's half the fun about it. You can only play with what you have in your experiences, your life, me and myself. And I have that person inside of me. I have that crazy, confident person. It's a part of me. So I just really leaned into that and then used my imagination with that. And, they just, yeah, he was just like, great, great, great. Just go, further. Yeah. It was a real collaboration in that way. But when it's on the page, there's very little that you have to make up, because the character makes sense in every word and every line that's spoken about that character. In their journey, it was all in a script. So that was what was so wonderful about this too.
Definitely, and your character caught up in between these two relationships. How comfortable and how important is it to get the right cast to be there for you? Because you seem to play well, so well, between them and off of them when on screen.
Yeah, I mean, it just was so lucky. It was so lucky. I don't know how they chose the actors for this film, but everyone was just so willing to go there, so vulnerable and fun, and it was just such a happy place to be. So it really nurtured that, environment. It was like this just fertile soil, And so Maggie Geha, who plays my girlfriend in the film, Lilly, she is just incredible. And the two of us, at some point we felt kind of like the villains in Annie, just coming in to like mess shit up, because they're so naughty. They're just so naughty. It's so fun. And them together, they're just like these two wild, wild people who are just so free and so outrageous. And the other two are a little bit more repressed, and so we all, I think, leaned into that energy, anyway, which is not what we're like in real life. A lot of us are actually sort of opposite characters. So that was also super fun to be able to do that. And yeah, and everyone, they're just such fun people to be around, and Matt and Taylor and Samuel, like just you know, as I said, just very open and really leaning into those character traits that are on the page, which is what I think made the film so special. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely shows on screen. It shows that you're having fun. It shows your passion. For you, this character, he's so out there and
Rambunctious.
just yeah, he's just so different. What did you gain from playing this character? What are you taking away from this project?
Yeah, I to be honest, I took away a lot of confidence in my abilities, to be honest, and my ability to be that kind of person, that I always sort of dreamed of being free when I was younger. When I got to drama school, I was sort of like, good at some roles, but then I was kind of numb. I couldn't really cry or get angry or scream or, let go. So this was a bit of a full circle moment for me, really, to be able to step into my power. And, I've had several wonderful acting coaches and also life coaches in my time. And one of the things I used for this was this tapping thing that Helena Grace Donald gave me, which is I am enough. And she basically tailored it to me. And you do the tapping and you say, I'm enough, I'm this, I'm, that. And it's all sort of reprogramming from childhood um, to just basically be able to stand up in yourself and be confident in yourself and know that you're fully able, basically just reprogramming your brain in a really healthy way. So that was one of the things that really helped me, because I did it every day in the car on the way to set, and we filmed in Malibu, which was so amazing because I live in LA, and it was this perfect hour drive out there, and I could do my preparation at home and then in the car. And that repetition is just super, super helpful for the brain. So I was also getting a lot of self-help out of it at the same time. Yeah.
Definitely. And I've been a fan of you since I saw you on The Flash. You did a fantastic job on that
Oh my
show.
God, Jesus, thank you so much. That's just such a special, special story for me. Yeah.
Uh, Having that show come to an end now, what do you feel about it? How do you feel looking back on that?
It was just such a thrill and a privilege and an honor to be able to go back and finish what we all started in a way, or just at least be there, be a part of it. Was meant the world to me. Having left the show, and it wasn't my decision, I would have stayed for the whole, every single episode if I could have. So it was very, very cool to be able to do that with everyone, and with Grant and Jesse and Candace and everyone. So yeah, it was art mirroring life a lot of the time as well. When I would go back to the Flash, it was like stepping into another timeline, seeing them all still in their trailers under the one highway, and I had gone off and had this other life, and they were still there, which yeah, it was bizarre and so cool. Um, so yeah, honestly, the Flash is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So it was very cool to be able to come back and finally become have powers and do stuff. It was super cool. Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations on this project. It's amazing. You did an amazing job on The Flash. You came into this movie. You are brilliant in this movie. So congratulations on everything. And I hope to talk to you again in more projects.
Thank you, Jesus. Your questions are amazing. Really, they were. Appreciate you.